Hello.
Hi.
We are going
Come
to start the third unit in our book, which is called Genghis. It's called Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan. Have you heard about this character before, Genghis Khan?
Yes.
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 Okay, tell me, what do you know about him? Or where did you read about him? Or.
All I
Okay.
know that he
Good
killed
morning, miss.
a lot of people.
Hello, Muhammad Itribi?
Oh, yes,
Okay,
miss.
yeah. So yes, who said that you know about Genghis Khan?
All I know
Me.
about him that he killed a lot of people.
Okay, does it mean that
He's a Mongol.
he was brutal? He was a brutal man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and what about you, Mahmoud?
He was one of the Mongols.
Yes, that's right. He was one of the mongrel. Do you know what is the meaning of mongrel? He one?
Yes.
Yes. What is the meaning of mongrel? He was from where? He was from where?
I don't know from where.
Mongolia. He was from Mongolia. Anyone else know anything about Genghis Khan?
No, yes.
Of course, you know that they don't have sounded
Messi is
like.
the first king of Mongolia.
No, the first king.
Isn't he the one who made
Yes, he
and
was.
he
Yes, but
united
not
all of the
but
states or
yes,
countries?
that's right. He united. That's right. He was the first one to united them all. The before him, there was like a kind of division in the whole country, and he was the only one who ended this
Yes.
division, and they united him all under his
Made
rule.
one big country.
Yeah, yes, good job, Hassan. That's right. طيب, let's know. Anyone? Do you want to add anything else about Genghis Khan? You know that the American or the English pronunciation, they don't have the q sound like us in Arabic, so they don't pronounce the h sound, so they say it k like Khan. They said it Genghis Khan. Okay, let's talk about his early life first.
Genghis?
Yes, Genghis Khan. Okay? His early life,
Okay.
since he was born, I mean. Yes, Genghis Khan, he was born in North Mongolia. Mongolia is a country. I will let you see it now in the map. And he was born in 1162. So early, okay? And his main name or his real name was Temujin. His real name was Temujin. This means that Genghis Khan is a name that he has adapted later on. So his real name was Temujin. That was him, and this is his father and mother. Okay, this is Mongolia, the country. As you can see, it's between Russia and China. So in which continent is it?
Asia.
Asia, that's right. It's in Asia. Of course, this is Mongolia right now, but before this, it
Yes.
doesn't have this.
The past was
this cities.
much bigger.
Yes, of course. Yes. What about him? Genghis Khan. As I told you, his name Temujin, the real name, and he took the name Genghis Khan after his father had captured a Tatar leader. You know, Tatar was one of the tribe. Do you know what the meaning of the word tribe? Tribe? Group of
It's
people.
like a big group of people
Yes.
that are the
Tribes?
same family or
Yes, excellent. Tribes are a group of people, as Hassan said, like from the same family, and they like to gather each others and live together in one place. This was how the life looked like in the old days. The tribes were having continuous fighting between each other because each tribe wants to prove that
take the power.
yes, the one who should take the power. That's right. Excellent, Hassan. So the Tatar was one of the tribe, and his father was fighting them, and one time he managed to capture or to catch one of the Tatar leader. His mother, this is his mother, she taught him the harsh reality of living in a fierce Mongol tribal society. The tribal society is the society or the life of living in tribes. And this life is very fierce. Why? Because it's not calm, because all the time they are running after the to prove that they are strong enough to take the power, as Hassan said. So all the time there is a kind of war. Their life is not stable. People in each tribe should have the power and the courage to fight, because there is no mercy in this type of life. So his mother taught him the harsh mean like the very strong or rough,
and hard.
yes, hard or rough reality of living in a fierce or a wild Mongol tribal society. Mongol, it's because it's in Mongolia. It's like an adjective. Okay. When Temujin was 9 years old, his father took him to live with the family of his future bride, Brot. His first wife name was Brot, and his father took him to live with the family of his future bride, Brot, since he was 9 years old.
Miss, what's the meaning of bride?
Bride, when the man and the woman they married, the woman is called the bride, and the man is called the groom. The groom and the bride.
Oh,
Got it?
yes.
Okay. Now, his father, he traveled to let him sit with his future bride family when he was 9 years old. When his father was going back home, in his trip going back home, his father's name was Yusiki. His name is Yusiki. He met members of the Tatar tribe, and of course the Tatar tribe want to get revenge from his father. So he met one of the members of the Tatar tribe, his competitor I mean, and they invited Yusiki to a meal. They asked him to come to have a meal with them. They pretend that they want to end the conflict that's between each other. So that was what? Do you think that they have this pure intention? No, they didn't have this pure. Yes, actually they were like making a trap for him. They poisoned him because he was violent against the Tatar, especially they had captured one of his leaders. Fine, so his father died when he was, how old was Temujin?
9?
9, yes, around 9 years or 10 when his father was killed. He was poisoned actually. He was poisoned by the Tatar. Okay. When the tribe, the Temujin tribe, heard about the death of his father, okay, so Temujin returned home again. Where was he? Where was he?
In his bride's family house.
Yes, he was. Yes, he supposed to start his living in his future bride family place, but actually when he heard about the death of his father, he returned home to claim his position as a chief for his tribe. Claim, it means to ask, to request his position, or to ask to be, instead of his father, a chief for his tribe. The tribe, the family, the large family where they live together. Of course, the tribe refused the young boy's leadership because they thought that he was too young to get to be a leader on this huge tribe. So not only they refused his claim, but also they excluded his family. It means that they sent his family away from the whole tribe. His family, it consisted of whom? Of younger brothers and half brothers. Yes, if the younger brother, it means that they were brothers of his mother and
Mother
father.
or father.
But the half brother, it means that he was the son. He is the son of his father, but not of his mother. Got it? Because his father liked to marry a lot. He had a lot of wives and he had a lot of children. So they excluded this family of the whole tribe, and they start to deal with them as if they were near refugee status. Do you know the refugee?
Yes, the for foreign people who يعني
Yeah.
go to live for in another country because of war
Yes, that's right.
or
As if
problems in
they
a
were
country.
not belonging to this place. So they ask
Yes.
to live in a place as if they were not, they don't belong to it. So asking to get the protection and all means of life, but they do not belong to this place. So the tribe dealt with his family after the death of his father in this way, as if they were refugee. Of course, Temujin fought with his half brother. His half brother name was Bekter, and they fought together. And actually, he killed his brother. Why did they fight? Because every one of them wanted to confirm that he is a leader of the family. Every one of them wanted to be the leader instead of the dead father who died. So Temujin fight with his brother or his half brother, not his brother, his half brother, and he killed him. And by this way, he became the head of the family. His small family, but he was not the leader of the tribe. The tribe refused his leadership, but he became the head of his family, the family which is the mother and the other brothers. Okay. The family and children. Now, do you remember what was the name of his first bride? His first wife?
Brot.
Yes, Brot. So, Temujin married Brot when he was 16. The first time he saw Brot, he was 9 years old. But he left her and went back to his family when he knew that his father was poisoned. Now, he married her after 5 years old, when he was 16 years old. With Brot, Temujin had 4 sons. He had 4 sons. He had many other children with other wives because this is the Mongolian customs. They married a lot to get a lot of children, so they can form the armies, huge armies to fight in the war. So he had many other children from other wives. His male children from both, the boys I mean, were his only children who were qualified for succession. It means that the boys who were qualified to get his position after his death, to be the heir. Do you remember the word heir? We studied in Elizabeth.
Yes, the king after him.
Yeah, that's right. To get the throne after his death, or take his official position after his death. So although he had a lot of male children from the other wives, but only the children from Brot were the only children who were qualified for succession after his death. Okay. The term universal ruler, this term was named, he was named the universal ruler. He named the people named him universal ruler for a lot of reasons. Let's know why he did get this name or this title. A division happened between various tribes and they were separated. So the tribe where he lived in, there is a division happened between those tribes and they have been separated into small tribes. When Temujin was about 20, he was captured in a sudden attack by one of the opposing families and he was temporarily enslaved. So because the tribes have been divided into small tribes, of course they start to fight each other again. One day a sudden attack happened by one of those tribes and Temujin has been captured for a while. They enslaved him. It means that they dealt with him as a slave. What the meaning of a slave? It means to ask him to serve him and to do the special task for them. Serving them, I mean. But one of the people who captured him helped him to escape after a while. He let him escape from the tribe after a while. When he get out of this captured, he joined his brothers and several other members of the tribe, of his old tribe, to form a fighting unit. He gathered his brothers and some other members from the same tribe, and they form a fighting unit. To fight what? To fight the other tribes who are opposing him. Temujin began his slow ascent or rise into power. It means he was going up to catch power or to gain power by building a large army of more than 20,000 men. How did he do that? He started by his brother and the other members of his tribe. And each time they fought at one of the tribes and they won this battle, so the men of those tribes just joined them. So what's happening to the army? The army was enlarging in number. Till they reached, they became 20,000 men. By this time, now you can say that Temujin started to gain power, to gain enough power. He set out to destroy traditional divisions among the various tribes and unite the Mongols under his rule. That was Hassan was saying at the beginning of the session. There was a traditional division. That means that each tribe is controlling itself or ruling itself. So he stopped this tradition and he started to unite all those tribes under his rule. Of course, because he has the power. He was the only one who has the power. There was something still in his mind. What is it? It's to get revenge from the people who poisoned his father. Do you remember who poisoned his father?
Tatar.
Tatar, that's right. The Tatar. The Tatar tribe. Yes, Kamal.
Miss,
Yes.
is this lesson come on the quarter exam?
Kamal. Kamal, are you interrupting me in the middle of session to ask me about this? Okay, thank you. Mute yourself till I finish, please. Thank you. Okay, so he used both his outstanding military tactics because he was smart in planning for the tactics in the war, and the merciless brutality. He was very brutal. Temujin avenged his father's murder by decimating or destroying the Tatar army. There was like a huge war between him and the Tatar, and he destroyed the Tatar army at all. By this way, he get revenge of his father's death. Also, Temujin used the Mongolian army that he has succeeded in forming him to attack several opposing tribes till he managed to control central and eastern Mongolia. If you remember the map, he kept fighting other tribes till he managed to control a huge part of Mongolia, the central and the eastern part. The central and the eastern. The central means the middle of Mongolia, and the eastern part, which is the part in the east. Right. Why did the Mongol army get this succession? Why they were able to succeed in all those wars? Number one, Genghes Khan, he has a brilliant military tactics. He managed to draw a brilliant military tactics. Of course, you know the meaning of tactics. The football player also make tactics.
Yes, miss.
Like a plan, yes. Number two, his understanding of his enemy's motivation. One of his secrets of winning the war or the fighting, because he understands his enemy. How does his enemy think? The way his enemy draw his tactics. So by this way, he was ready for any anticipation. It means anything that his enemy may do to him, he was ready for it, to fight it or defeat it. He employed an extensive spy network. Employed, it means that he used a spy network. Do you remember Elizabeth? She used a spy network. Can you remind me? Yes, what does this mean? What he was doing?
To get who is plotting against her or against him.
He did the same. He just spread people among the cities, the tribes, and the other places to just get to him all the news or everything that's happening in each tribe, to give him the news about them. So that's why he understood well how did his enemy work, how did his enemy think, and the tactics of them. He was quick to adapt to new technologies from his enemies. Meant by technology, not of course using the phone, the mobile phone or the laptop or something like that. No, it means that the tools that they use in the war. At the beginning maybe they were using just the sword, but later they invented other tools. They use it in the wars, and he was very quick to adapt using those new tools or these new technologies. Okay, the signaling system. What the meaning of signaling? You know the meaning of signaling? Okay.
No.
I don't know if you have watched any of the old movies or movies that speak about this era. How if the people the tribes
Miss?
are living. Yes.
Is it like a signal when someone is coming?
Yes.
They use the smoke or something to let them
Excellent.
know.
That's it. That's it. Sometimes the cities want to send to each other a message that there is a danger coming toward them. How can they send it to each other at the same time and quickly and fast? Of course, they can't use the horses. There will not be enough time. They don't have cars or plans or something fast to reach those places or these destined places. So they have or they invented something called the signaling system, sending the signals to each other. 80,000 fighters in the Mongol army were training well on how to use the signal system, such as the smoke, like this. So they put on the tops of the mountains, like a fireplace, where they put whatever chunks of wood or something that would be easily to be burned. And when they want to send signal to each other, they start to burn. The first one who know get the news, they burn this place on the top of the mountain. So the other place will see the signal, so they start to burn their place too, and then the next, and then the next. So till the last point, know what's happening. They know that there is something wrong, so they have to get ready. Maybe they do not know what's happening, but they feel that they get a message that there is something wrong happening, so they get ready for the thing. Or the burning torches like this. They use it at night too, especially because maybe the smoke will not appear in the dark. But at night they brought torches and they set the fire on it, and they keep waving on the tops of the mountain, so to be like a signal for the other cities or the other tribe next to them. Large drums sounded commands to charge. They hitting the drums in silence, of course, will make a echo in the surrounding areas. So when they hit the drums making noise, as if they are sending commands or orders for the whole city or the whole place to charge. It means to come or to start to set the army. And the last signal is the flag signals to convey further orders. This is the use of flag in a special position, and each position means something. They have been trained to understand this position. So when they move the flags like this in the words, so the whole army will understand that the leader is telling them to do something or a special thing. So this is the signaling system. They use those four. I think it was a smart actually. Okay. Right. What are the equipment that the soldier were using during this time? The war equipment of each soldier. Each soldier was holding the following: a bow. This one, can you see it? This is the bow, and arrows. Of course, they using the bow with arrows. They will not play music on it. Okay. A shield. This metal thing, the round metal thing, to protect them from the arrows or from the head of the sword. A dagger, a dagger. A lasso. Lasso is a rope, this one, as you can see it. And this rope formed into a ring at one end, like this. Why did they do that? Look at this one, this warrior. Yes, if they want to catch one of their enemy who was running on his horse, or to want to trample down one of the horses, so they just make this a lasso to just hold his leg or his neck, so the horse will tremble down, and of course the one who is riding it will fall down on the ground. He also carried large saddle bag. This is the large saddle bag. Maybe it doesn't appear, but I can enlarge it for you. Do you know what is the saddle bag? Now, can you recognize the picture? Where did they put the saddle bag, you think?
On the horse's back.
Yeah, that's right. This is the saddle bag. Also, they put it or they use it to put their food and their tools and their spare clothes in it. And the saddle bag also was waterproof. It means it was made of a material that can resist water. So they could inflate it. It means to make it flat, inflate it to serve as a life preserver when crossing deep and swift moving river. So if they are crossing river, so they can use this saddle bag like a saver, a preserver, to hold in it till they reach the other side. Okay. We still, yes, there was some type of soldiers named the cavalrymen. The cavalrymen, they look like that. They were soldiers in an army who fights on a horse. They were not soldiers fighting on their foot. They were riding a horse and they fight on horses. And they used to carry with them what? A small sword like this one, a small sword, a javelin, which this one is like a spear, a javelin, a body armor, this thing that he is wearing, it's made of metal, a battle axe or a mace, this thing, of course, if you touch it only, I think you may die. And something called the lance, this lance. The lance, maybe you can see it as a spear or a javelin, but actually it has a hook in it. Can you see this hook? Yes, why they use this? To pull the enemies off their horses. To pull the enemies, they just capture their enemy by using this hook to bring them down off their horses. They were very brutal, really, actually. They didn't have any kind of mercy. Okay, the title of Genghes Khan, he kept catching victories or winning a lot of wars over the competitors or the rival of the other Mongol tribes. And actually after this time, the other leaders who had refused before the leadership of when he was a boy, now they agreed to peace and to get peace with him, and gave Temujin the title of Genghes Khan, which means universal ruler. He is the ruler of the whole world, universal ruler. With this declaration or this announcement of divine status by being the universal rule, as if he was the, astaghfirullah, he was like God for them, it was accepted that his destiny was to rule the whole world. And this time he started to rule the whole world. Did you like the story? I feel that you have slept because
Yes.
I feel that you have slept because you like the story. Hey, Muhammad Sabri, did you like the story?
Yes, miss. It was very nice.
Really? Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's it. Yes, have a nice day, have a nice weekend, and prepare yourself for the Sunday online quiz. What are we going to have in the online quiz? What we have decided this week only.
Session done, miss?
Yes,
Okay.
done. Yes.
Miss, are there any homeworks?
For the English, you start the plan. Just start your
Okay.
plan.
Okay.
Boy, miss.
Bye. Okay, run. Okay, run, Muhammad. Okay. Okay, thank you. Hear from you next Sunday,
Goodbye, miss.
inshallah. Bye-bye. Go see you.